Alright guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're taking a look at the Neca RoboCop vs. Terminator 7-inch figure. Picked this one up, actually just came in today. Ordered it from Big Bad Toy Store, and it's from a video game line from the Nintendo, Super Nintendo Terminator vs. RoboCop video game. Neca has been making good use of existing molds and turning them into video game characters. They've done it with obviously RoboCop, and they're doing it with Predator, doing it with also Rambo, and I'm sure quite a few other lines. I think the horror too, the Jason and Freddy lines, they're also doing that with. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the RoboCops, see how they look. Thought the paint jobs on them to simulate the 8-bit, or I think for this one it's actually 16-bit graphics, were pretty cool. And I don't have any of the Neca RoboCop, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to do it. They are making two figures in this particular line. Right now we're taking a look at the clean version. There is also a version that has been set on fire in the video game when they're throwing Molotov cocktails at them. They do a flame effect version. I'll get to that one on the next review, but just to show you what that's about. And this is what they look like in package. They're pretty cool. Just back away here for a moment so you get a better look at the overall package. Each one of them has their own unique paint apps. This one you could see it has some orange to accentuate the flames. This is what the back of the packaging looks like. And when you combine it with the Terminator version, it kind of creates the whole video game look. So really cool. But getting back to the figure at hand, this one is known as the Flamethrower version, and the reason that is he comes with the Flamethrower from the video game. There's a look at the paint apps on that. Pretty interesting. You know, the purples for the dark shading, and the blues for the highlights, just like on the figure. Some interesting detail there. And he can hold it. Like so, kind of that's how you'd see him in the video game, walking along. And they kind of give you a cool background to go with it. Comes packaged in the card. So you'd see him sort of like this going through the game. To give you an idea, you can see the purple shading is on the back. It represents, you know, the parts that are in the dark. That's the way the sprites were animated. It's got some highlights on it too. Very interesting the way they painted it. I think it looks really cool. It's definitely something that will pop on the shelf for sure. Get in a little closer on the detail on the head. And you can see how they did the shading on that as well. See if I can get this to focus. There we go. They had like some dark shading here. The black lines kind of gives it that comic book look. Very cool. You could still see the OCP police 001. The paint job, you know, it's got a nice shine to it in some spots, like on the helmet. But when you take a look at the chest, it's a little more matte. I don't know why that is. I think if they would have went with a more full shine all the way through, it kind of would have been a little bit more sharp looking. But as it stands, with all the shading, the light white color with the blue, light blue, and dark blue, really cool. Definitely looks the part from the game. Aside from just the rocket launcher itself, you also get with it the actual flames that shoot out of it. This is one of the areas that was really kind of poorly designed. If you'll see, you got this slot here and you got this peg, and it doesn't really fit in very well, at least not even solid. It just kind of dangles in there. You know, I've tried to get it, and there's just really no way to get it to sit flush, and then it sags, and of course at that point the figure barely can hold it. You know, so you get something kind of wonky looking. But it was a neat attempt, but unfortunately that kind of was a fail. Very cool effect, like I said, but it just doesn't work very well. Also comes included with the RoboCop figure is his trusty Auto 9. This is a reuse of an existing figure, which was the holster opening version. So you would press on this tab here, and it releases the Auto 9. You can see the paint job on that is also in the video game style. And see that's on just a spring, and the way you close that back up is you just push on this front panel until it locks in place. I didn't want to try and dig the gun out because I've seen a few people have tried to and ends up breaking the mechanism. And the other thing that came with it was this part, which I really haven't been able to figure out what it's for. I seen someone else's review. They really didn't know what it was for either. I looked over the gun to see if there's any place where this would attach, and I really don't quite know. So if any of you guys know, please let me know in the comment section below. But overall, very cool line. Again, Neca, RoboCop vs. Terminator. Definitely worth a look into if you grew up in the 80s, 90s, and you played these games, which I did. Wish I still had them to kind of tinker around with till today, but unfortunately those are long gone. But a very cool figure from a very cool line. Actually, RoboCop and Terminator are two of some of my favorite franchises. Big into the sci-fi, and I love both of the characters, and this is a great line that kind of showcases both of them. They make the endoskeletons in multiple colors as well, so you guys might want to take a look into picking that up. But that's it, guys. That's a look at the Neca RoboCop from the RoboCop vs. Terminator line. This is the Flamethrower version. They also, again, have the rocket launcher version, which is the review that's coming next. Alright guys, thanks for watching, subscribing, and commenting as always. Till next time.